Hello, Speed Gaming. How's everybody doing tonight?
This is look like it's going to be a pretty exciting match. Both of these runners are 2-0 in the tournament, so pretty competitive matchup, I'd say. Shoutouts to the Kirby ship.
Yeah, the Kirby ship been carrying Polar Bear Bunny so far through her races. Last week, she managed to overcome Kip, the reigning rando champion.
I think it was to be expected. She was the only one who beat Kip in the last Rando League, the team one. Out of her other two teammates. But Zeb is not Kip. So, we can't just give PBB the W right here, right now.
Can't? I thought we were going to. I thought we agreed on that.
Yeah, then we wouldn't have the comp.
But Zeb's kind of a rando specialist. He does do some vanilla speed runs. He does have a good 80% time, like a 46 something for old route. But really, I think, really prefers to focus on randomizer stuff.
Yeah, definitely a rando specialist. But Zeb is Team KPDR, so I'm inclined to root for him.
Kind of like this from PBB. She gave up on the hopes of finding power bombs in Blue Brin there, and is just going right up because she got super missiles already.
Yeah, I can see that since um, you usually don't really want to do moon or meme route for Chozo, so it won't really matter if you get PBs and like that room to the right, or you just find them later on.
I mean, personally, I like going meme route, but when you have missiles first, you don't want to. I feel like you want to go check what's at B2, BT, because there's a pretty good chance that you get speed.
Right, yeah, because logically you need to find something there, right? The only
Yeah,
reason why I don't like that meme route is because of like the Spospo check, you run out of power bombs, so you kind of need to get lucky.
you have enough power bombs to do everything, but it's a bit tricky.
Nice peebs at BT.
I mean, the real charge beam already.
Nice.
Polar bear buddy at 230 missiles. Zeb's gonna go get that too, but that's a very nice find. I don't think either of them will go peek the gauntlet here. There's not a lot it could be. It could be like ice beam or speed or high jump or something, but I mean, maybe Zeb would go check it if he wants to play really safe and cover all his bases, because I don't think he's gonna really know what Polar Bear Bunny is gonna be doing here. Yeah, because of that early retro Brin kind of skip that PBB did, we see you're taking a lead here going into Green Brinstar.
Yeah, and then also with that, finding that charge beam, um, that helps a lot with not having that extra ammo. I definitely think it's sort of a risky play if, you what happens if charge is at Shack Jewel or something, plasma.
There'll be some good spots for ammo. It doesn't seem like there's quite a few power bombs though. Like there's some there in the Bryn Reserve, and there's some under the bridge, and then there's just regular bombs here too.
Yeah, regular bombs definitely make it better, for sure.
I would probably still pick up those power bombs under the bridge because I like having at least 15.
Yeah, for the Metroid rooms.
I feel like with how many we've seen, there's probably going to be more around. These won't just be the only power bombs.
But would you be willing to take that risk, Sina?
Well, I like grabbing them for potential like crystal flash clips or a lower Norfair play. But if you aren't gonna go for those things, then you only really need a few. I'd be very surprised if there isn't at least one more on the way.
Ooh, don't miss. Nice.
So only having one super pack is kind of hurting Polar Bear Bunny here because she's gonna have to farm up a little
Oh,
bit to
yeah.
get back out of here.
It's
See,
rough.
there's another power bomb pack.
Grapple. Best item in the game. Also used in the best category in the game, map completion. So that's why you should run map completion.
I always use it for RBO, where people are more used to seeing grapple and just only used for farming.
I don't know about that. Farming's cool, don't get me wrong. But I think map completion's where it shines.
So it's just a missile pack on that Chozo statue. So far, we found what? Missile, supers, charge beam, power bombs, bombs, and
Yeah,
grapple.
one of everything. So I actually think this makes the decision of going up or down a little bit harder, since you haven't really found too many progression items.
I mean, traditionally, I think in this mode, like people rarely go up to the wrecked ship. It's we saw it in a race earlier today where it actually turned out to be the right call, but I don't know. Out of like all the practice seeds and seeds I've done for this, of probably like about like 10, I don't think maybe like one could have benefited from doing the wreck ship first. What you would probably see is you go check alpha power bombs here, and then you go back down.
Right, yeah. That's a play that I just found out yesterday. I literally, in my practice seat, I went all over the map, like Kraid, and then Meridia, and then Wreck Ship, and then finally Red Tower, and Fairy Suit was right there. So,
Yeah, we see Zeb making this play as well. It'll be interesting to see if someone decides to go and check the wreck ship boss here, but it does take a couple minutes to go do it. All
right, I guess, yeah.
with the grapple, you don't have to worry about the moat at least.
Reason number 36, why Grapple's OP. But yeah, that boss rando also makes things a bit trickier too. Complicates things.
So PvP's choosing to head back down. Zeb could potentially try to do it. I know he can do a he can do the grapple escape, but I don't think he'd want to do that with one tank. In case it's like Dragon.
Right, yeah. Risky play.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot more sense coming down and checking the X-ray item here. Which is the Varia suit. That's pretty big.
It's huge.
Zeb unfortunately getting trolled by all these flies and waivers in the way.
I think he might need to run a little bit of map completion. I can guarantee you I'd never make that mistake.
Do you get the bottom map tiles on the way in or on the way out?
Good question, actually. On the way in. But I have high jump and speed, so without high jump and speed, I don't think you'd get on the way in.
Polar Bear Bunny maintaining her lead that she got in the early game from just skipping those couple of checks.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Speed?
Okay, alright. Cool.
Well, I think they just need E-tanks, and I guess that's all the logic, right?
Yeah, I guess this is coming down to execution then.
Yeah, we're already at first. Nice play. Never mind. Just
She's
kidding.
just opening up the tube. Save a second later. I always like going down this elevator here that PvP did, just in case it's like Ridley or something. You want to be better prepared when you run into him. I feel like Zeb might do the same thing.
Yeah. I guess PvP is just looking for any beams at this point, in addition to E-tank.
Yeah, there's a lot you can still find that'll save time. Like picking up super missiles will be good. Any beam.
Right? Gross.
Yeah, that's a good beam. I mean, I'd be happy to find Spazer right now if I was her.
I definitely wouldn't, honestly. I'd rather have P-Shot than Spazer.
Wow.
And quite frankly, I'm a little disappointed she picked it up. But to each their own, I guess.
I mean, I feel like it literally saves like 3 minutes on Mother Brain at least here. Just picking up that one item.
I'd rather lose 3 minutes, honestly, than to pick up a gross beam. So do you think they're gonna go to LN first or check Bubble Mount?
I think you would do Bubble Mountain first here, because again, it could still be Ridley at in lower Norfair. So there's a lot you can find that would speed it up and make it more comfortable.
It kind of depends on whether you want to commit to an ammo kill or not. Because I think there's a few miners on the way that you can pick up in case it is Ridley.
So Zeb is choosing to pick up like some ammo here, like missiles and things like that, whereas PBB is choosing to skip a lot of these checks, and she's just going more for majors, which I think is really the right idea to make. She makes a lot of smart racing decisions.
Oh, this jump is sucky. Zeb's gonna go for the frame perfect jump and get to the first try. Okay, free, I guess.
I don't know if it's frame perfect without boots,
It's
but it's still
close.
tight. It's still
Yeah.
tight.
I'm not sure the exact window. Okay, I thought it was frame perfect. I tried doing it in like my practice race yesterday, and I literally couldn't get it for like 2 minutes. So I guess I just suck. Good to know.
There's an ice beam. Runner's always happy to find that. I know a lot of Chozo seeds, you end up missing out on like ice or speed because it ends up somewhere silly like Shack Tool, and nobody's got time for Shack Tool.
Safe.
Yeah, these extra supers are likely to be a pretty big difference so far, unless PBB finds something else to up her damage output. Like there's some supers there that you pick those up.
Yeah, I guess best chance here probably is going to be, I'd say high jump or plasma. One of those two would speed her up a lot. Over Zeb.
Well, that's a pretty nice item to find going into lower Norfair. I don't think it's gonna save much time. It will save some time in I guess the pillars room. And it's gonna make it a lot comfier, especially if there's nothing really in lower Norfair.
Yeah. It's so funky when you don't have speed in this round. You just
Yeah,
start
you
flying.
move
You're
so
not used to it.
fast. It's so fast through the
Yeah.
lava.
Like, what is this? Oh my gosh.
You see like the full new road path to lower Norfair.
Whoa. I'd call it the Mappo route, actually.
You and MM2.
Oh, interesting. Is PvP gonna do like the wall jump? Or. Oh, yeah. You could just do that. I didn't even think about that. There's like a wall jump, gravity jump you can do. What was that, GT?
It was just an E-tank there. I think you picked it up because, I mean, you may as well, and it's better to be comfy.
Yeah, definitely. Now I wonder if PvP is actually going to skip it.
I feel like she will. Well, Zeb is taking this time to make sure to farm up on these rippers. He's got full supers.
get to see the full difference of screw. Nope.
She's going for it. She wants
Nice.
better stuff. Maybe she's thinking that Zeb would have skipped this item.
Oh wow. She reset that. Is it faster to reset?
I imagine it's gonna depend how fast you get the bomb jump out.
Right.
So Zeb here going for the pixel perfect wall jump. Chat telling him to give it up and just IBJ, but no.
Nice. Got it. When you go for it, you just gotta commit.
Yeah. He got it pretty quick there. Like, I'm sure he would have liked to have gotten that faster, but that's a pretty reasonable amount of time to spend doing that trick.
Yeah. I mean, I'd lose 5 minutes on that trick just to get it. Gotta go all the way. No giving up. No backing down.
And here PBB just committing to the infinite bomb jump up.
Probably save time over Zeb in that room, though. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. I wonder how many attempts you have to get it in for it to be faster than an IBJ. Or, like, what's the break point?
Right, yeah. I wouldn't know. Maybe like 20, 25 attempts.
So I'm hoping here that this doesn't end up being Ridley.
Pretty good for Zeb, but yeah, not too good for PvB.
Yeah, I want PBB to have some time to catch up here.
Austrian? Oh,
Fantoon, and Zeb only has 4 missiles here.
Yeah, I entered Fantoon in my race with, I think, 4 missiles, and I kept getting fast, so I literally couldn't damage Fantoon. Just kept disappearing. The only time you don't want to fast.
Zeb accidentally getting a missile in, I guess an extra missile in there. He missed the super there, although I'm not sure if Fantoon was damaged enough. I guess he looks like the right color, yeah.
Yeah, it's different for everyone's captures. Can't really tell. There you go. Alright, PvB 1 round to catch up.
I believe.
So do I.
It's a question in chat. Are the 2 patterns the same? No, we don't have like the RNG seeding that you see in like a Link to the Past randomizer.
Yeah, PvP unfortunately uses the objectively inferior control scheme. But you know, all for comfort.
Yeah, you don't need to angle down a ton, except when you're in that room.
And hold Shine Sparks, but yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate that this is like the one situation where you want to angle down.
Zeb with a nice LN escape so far. Running into that, is that a dragon or Alcoon?
Alcoon, I think.
I always confuse the two because they look the same pretty much.
I'm pretty sure it's an Alcoon.
PvP taken down Phantom. So going to be following Zeb out of lower Norfair, except she's going to have that screw attack, so that'll be nice. I wonder if Zeb will check wave here. We won't really save him any time. I think he wasn't going to. I think he was trying to ball boost out, but because he failed the ball boost, he's like, well, I may as well go check waves.
I guess. Yeah.
It's okay. It doesn't save him anything at this point. Like, lower Norfair is really where you'd want to have it.
Speeds up a little bit of time in Meridia, but yeah. I can't think of any other situation where screw makes you go faster.
Yeah, Zeb's got 30 super so far. PvB's still at 20. I don't know if there's some along the way that she can pick up. But it is going to make a difference when it comes to wherever Ridley is.
Yeah. She's really banking on that plasma, I think. Well, she was looking for a few miners in LN, so I don't know. It's definitely kind of a play that you have to make on the fly, I think. Especially since, like, the majority, I think. Have they checked the majority of Chozos at this point? So it's like, you kind of have to go out of your way to check Chozos. Like the one in bowling, and then you have Shacktool and Plasma, like, those are pretty out of the way.
Yeah, I think the only ones that are going to get checked now are the boss items.
Right, yeah.
You have whatever's behind Crane, whatever's behind Ridley, whatever's behind Dragon. And maybe you could also see like Wreck Chip right side supers, or Wreck Chip E-Tank is also an option. Sometimes I've seen people like go through the Forgotten Highway to get to the wrecked ship out of Meridia.
Definitely an option. I don't think PvP is going to check Croc in this situation. She's just going to go. Yeah.
Yeah, just go this way, and you also get like a minor item. Oh, Zeb missing that quick grapple. Doesn't look like he's trying to wiggle out, so he's gonna eat a couple slaps. Oh, there's one. It's actually pretty nice RNG. Only got slaps twice.
What is it?
Ooh, high jump boots. Nice.
Alright. Could have used that.
Yeah, if they knew that that was Dragon and there's high jump boots behind her, then I feel like both the runners would have done that. But you can't know. You always have to plan for it to be Ridley.
Yeah, definitely. Just didn't have the ammo. Well, I mean, didn't they have charge at that point?
They did, but I think they only had like 10 or 15 supers each or something like that.
Yeah. That PvP thinks it's Ridley here. Straight.
So let's see which way Zeb goes here. Yeah, you go up the toilet here when you don't have speed to get up Everest in like a reasonably fast way. And it's also likely to be Ridley. You don't want to waste your supers.
Yep. Good point. Paragon already dead is really nice. Nice. PvP got the quick kill.
Take that, Zeb. We see who the real executor is here today.
Just raw execution.
I'm sure she's also pretty happy to get those high jump boots. I don't know anybody who's disappointed to get high jump boots. Maybe King of the Hill, who just
Yeah.
wants to do everything suitless with no boots.
Who doesn't want an underwater wall jump? Come on.
All right, now let's see some grapple strats here in the Coliseum.
Or maybe not. I'm glad you pointed that out, Simo, because in map completion, we use grapple gear to go even faster. So yeah, that's another reason why grapple is OP.
I usually like try to use it in one or two places in there.
You can get some pretty rad swings.
PvP also taking the better way here. Getting to save her supers. Nice quick kill by Zeb too. It looked like he did like the charge beam setup. Ooh, wave. That's a nice find.
Nice.
Although
Now they have
it's taking away from like the potential things PvP can find to save time though, that Zeb wouldn't get.
yeah. Good beam though, definitely. Zeb didn't actually pick up too many miners, I think, for a while, so yeah. Probably paid off. Oh, PvP is checking plasma. Okay, I kind of didn't realize that you could check that now. I always forget about the
Yeah,
whole
we got a
Dragon
dead
thing.
Dragon. That's space jump.
Yo,
That's gonna save some time in the Coliseum. It's gonna save a little bit of time, like going into the wreck ship and everything.
just swag. All swag time save.
Unfortunately, this wall pirate just kind of running away like a coward.
He loves doing that on good paces.
Oh, Zeb missed a grappling. He's gonna have to. So he's gonna be gravity jumping up here. Which really isn't that hard when you have high jump boots. When you don't have boots, it's a pretty tight grapple jump, though. Or a pretty tight gravity jump.
Yeah, from where he did it. Usually, I think most people do it from the left.
Zeb heading up this way at the top of Meridia. And he's going to be remembering to go over to the wreck ship. And I guess he's going to check what's behind Ridley and maybe right side supers. I think he knows like this is a fairly linear seed. There's not like a lot of room for divergence. So you want to just make sure to get everything that could give PvB an advantage.
I mean, I think at this point he's only looking for plasma, right? I don't think there's anything else that he needs. Maybe speed, but it'd be pretty trivial to have, I think.
Yeah, I think whatever it is would probably be maybe even on time to get it. Speed would save a decent amount of time getting to Torian, and then also some time in Torian as well in the escape. Maybe check whatever's behind Ridley, but leave behind right side supers.
Seems like a Zeb play.
Got hit a few times by Ridley there, so I imagine he's going to have to take the ship refill here. Well, I guess already you'd probably want the supers anyways for Mother Brain to save time.
Nice,
Yeah,
for sure.
just the Chozo reserve tank.
Sick.
Yeah, so he is leaving behind right side super. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure even if it's speed, at best is going to be like time neutral to go pick it up.
Speed's definitely the best item I think that you would probably find though. Because I'm thinking about it, it's probably better than plasma.
With this amount of supers, yeah, I imagine that's true. Zeb does have high jump boots here, so I want to see him go for the baby skip. Gonna be very disappointed if he doesn't.
Counting on you, Zeb. Better come through. I've never tried a baby skip with high jump boots only, though. I don't know how different it is.
It's about as difficult as a regular baby skip. You just have to like time your first run and jump differently.
Gotcha.
Alright, PBB just 20 Stubers here going into Ridley, so she's gonna have to do a few more charge shots than Zeb did. But doing a good job getting these supers in. I think maybe one of them missed. Or maybe that was just a regular missile. What's with these high swoops? So I'm also not freezing the rink of there going into M4. Didn't want to save those couple of frames.
Imagine. When I play this game, I save every frame I can. It's better that way.
So it's interesting that PBB's choosing to save these supers. Is she gonna be trying to... Okay, no, she just wanted them to end the fight with, while Ridley was a bit easier to deal with. Zeb.
Disappointed.
Thought I could count on you.
Ridley just kept ramming into PvP rather than picking her up.
Sometimes Ridley be like that.
You really do.
I really hate it in like RBO if Ridley's on like the right side and swooping down to come pick you up, because I like almost always get hit and I get upset every time.
Right side is the worst, I think. Left side's better, but I think in an RBO fight especially, that rarely ever happens. I think honestly the best way to end the fight is just during pogo, you jump, turn around.
Okay, Zeb, I guess couldn't quite get the second Zeb skip there. Just decided to start going for ammo kill, which makes a lot of sense. He's gonna add some time here to his mother brain fight, but won't be too much. Maybe like 20, 30 seconds or something. I didn't see if he took a save beforehand. Did a good job landing in the middle of that meatball, I think. That one you just took the damage. Yeah. It's a little spooky.
Oh man. Okay. Alright.
Alright. Alright, well, I mean, once you dodge that first catch-up, it gets a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
But that was a spooky catch-up.
That was very close.
Alright, so MV2 is done. Zeb's just gonna kneel here for like a minute. Relax.
It is kind of nice that you usually don't find that many E-tanks. Because, like, on the one hand, Mother Brain is pretty long, but then you don't do stand-up, so you have that minute to just sit back and chill.
Yeah, I always like having that minute to just relax for a sec and think about what I've done, how I've spent my life.
Think about all the mistakes.
You'll be doing a good job in these Metroid rooms too.
Mess with what she's got.
We saw her practicing baby skip before this too.
If she gets baby skip, I mean, I'd call that a W. We can just end the race right here. Alright, I know what she's doing. She's juking out the baby Metroid, making the baby think that she's not gonna skip, but then she actually does. It's an RNG minute. Nice.
Yeah, it does get grabbed by that baby. But she is facing right. Save a little bit of frames.
Oh, his face right. Look to the future, not the past. Right,
Zeb doing a nice job on Mother Brain 3 there. Didn't get too trolled by her. I know she can get like really aggressive and start like throwing meatballs that you like land on. It's like that, the immediate meatball always makes me upset.
But yeah, it lands right in your face. It's so annoying. Escape is always more fun without speed.
PBB getting that Zeb skip. Once again, flexing on Zeb. First to Dragon, now here.
Nice left side climb. Very thick.
And Zeb just trying to deal with this team. That's really friendly team. GG's to Zeb. 49-37. Wow, PBB going into her Mother Brain 2 fight here. So Zeb is gonna move on to the 3-0 bracket. And we're joined by Zeb. GG Zeb.
Yeah, GG, thanks.
How'd you feel about that one?
If I'm being honest, not very good. I was really worried when I found that high jump behind Dragon, because I'm like, oh crap. PBB could have gotten high jump and had that for all of Norfair. And maybe she skipped GT as well, and was making up just a ton of time on me with that. And then at the end with those, I'd never done the second Zeb skip before. So I was like, oh, it's gotta be easy. Like, everyone says it's easy. You just screw attack and then you, like, morph through it or whatever. And I couldn't get it, and as I, like, screw it, like, at that point, I was thinking about doing the third sub skip, but then I was like, I don't think that's worth it at that point. Just to skip 2 Zebs, and I would have had to like get the down back Zeb skip or turn off screw attack, so I was like, oh well, I'll just like kill all of them.
Right at that point, it makes sense to just kill the Zebs and, I mean, commit to having to, I don't know, shoot like 20 more times or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I was planning on turning off screw when I got the energy refill, but then I didn't. And I was like, okay, like that's fine, I'll just do the second Zeb skip. And then it just like was kind of like a series of unfortunate events that kept getting worse. That Torian was really bad. But...
I imagine you were pretty happy to find both the suits so quickly, though.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that, especially already having charge. I think it can sometimes get really awkward if you have both suits but not charge. Especially if you got a lot of movement items, because then you're checking all of the majors, but there's nothing that you really want other than charge, like everything else is kind of not great. But in this seed, we already had charge, and I still checked all the majors, to be honest. Like, I don't know, in Chozo, like, there's such a high percentage of stuff is good that I find checking the majors is really good normally. Even if they're a bit more out of the way than you would kind of want. I think it would have been totally fine to skip Ice and GT in this, but... And even Speed, to be honest. Speed is kind of a long one too, but...
I mean, I like the speed check because it's got those bugs there that you can also farm, so it kind of is like multi-purpose of a check.
Yeah, I was also a little worried because I checked everything before Lower Norfair other than Wave, because I was so like, well, I can check Wave like right on the way, I was literally right there, like I would be actually wasting time, where with Speed, you're still wasting a little bit of time to check it beforehand, but it's like, really not much. With Wave, you're wasting actual door transitions doing that.
If PBB did end up checking like that Wave and didn't have that screw attack for Lower Norfair, which I think made it like a lot more comfortable and a little bit faster.
Yeah.
You did a pretty good job of, especially like the Lower Norfair escape, with not taking too much damage or anything.
Yeah, I was a little worried about the Lower Norfair. When I was exiting, like I just had not taken any damage, so I was like, man, I really shouldn't have worried about this so much. But yeah, like I checked GT largely because like a lot of things there make Lower Norfair easier, as well as like a good beam was pretty important at that point. Although at that point I actually had Ice Phaser, so I didn't really need beams that much. I was actually a little bit worried that PBB would spike speed on me somewhere, and that would be a pretty easy way to lose if she had speed and I didn't. So
I didn't see where speed ended up being.
it was at Gauntlet.
Oh, that would have been pretty big. Like I wondered if anyone would go peek it, like with power bombs.
I don't.
Go see what it was. If it's speed, you can actually get back out. If you
I
do
think if
short
it were
charge,
speed, that would almost be bad for you in this seed, because I think that would push you to go up after Green Brinstar, and then like to go up through Red Tower into there, get that speed, and it would kind of like delay your suits and make your routing a lot worse, even though you would get speed.
I mean, you should be able to spark back out if you did do it, but it's
Yeah, I guess if you peaked it, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, wow. No, we had one reserve. I don't. Can you spark that in one reserve?
Yeah, GG's Polar Bear Bunny.
GG's.
Thanks. GG's up.
Yeah, GG.
I think the seed ended up being more linear, probably, than you wanted it to be, but I guess that's just how Chozo is.
It didn't have to be that way. I had a plan for all of the complicated scenarios that I've been seeing all week. But no, yeah, like there's nothing I can do with that seed to win.
I mean, I think you made like a lot of good like racing decisions, like a lot of like skips and things, and makes sense. And like I think you checked plasma hoping to get something good, which also makes a lot of sense. So it's relatively on the way, and if it had been like speed, that would have been really good.
I was happy with Space Jump. a little late in the seed, but I like Space Jump.
Space Jump would have
Picking
been
those
a
up
lot
again.
nicer before Lore Norfair, but
Yeah, you theoretically could have gotten high jump and speed, or not speed. Oh yeah, speed, but Space Jump before LN should have been real nice.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to go into Kraid there when you only had like 15 or 20 supers, and you're like, oh, well, I mean, maybe this is Ridley. I can just do it on the way out and not have to worry about supers.
Yeah, I was looking at my ammo count and I was like, I could do Ridley, but it would be like really slow. And it could be fan-tuned too, in which case it wouldn't matter whether I do it on the way in or out. It might even be better to do it later if I find speed for that area, because that area is just faster with speed. So I was like, yeah, I'll just skip it for later. But it really kind of punished both of us doing that.
Yeah, I was terrified of finding Ridley everywhere, and then he was nowhere except for at the end. Because, like, I don't know. If I had gone into Kraid there and it was Ridley, like, I most likely would have died to him. So that's why I didn't go.
I don't even think your beam at the time was good. You had a charge beam. I don't remember if you had the Spazer yet.
No, we didn't have anything. We just had charge.
Would have been a really terrible fight.
Yeah, I think that I could have at least killed him with my ammo, I think. Or maybe I was like a little bit short. No, I think I had enough ammo. I had like 20 power bombs, 20 supers, and 20 missiles, and that's enough. But would have been really like a lot of power bombs. Really a slow fight.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk a large time loss, seeing how the seed was going, just in case Zeb decided to get a little crazy and go to useless wreck ship or something. like I didn't really want to risk too much, but I think I still could have been a little bit more aggressive, but I don't think any, like, one thing would have changed the outcome of this race.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe getting that high jump like would have made it closer, but I'm like, given that was still like 4.5 minutes apart, don't think that high jump would have saved that much time. So
Yeah, exactly. And like, when I would have realistically gotten speed, like I wouldn't have gotten it right away in the seed. By then it's not going to save this much time either. I was surprised I was even on Mother Brain when you finished, so I was like, this is not good. This is not a good seed for me, but that's how it goes.
yeah.
I think you both played pretty well, and it was a pretty exciting race with Bunny actually kind of holding a lead for a good majority of the early game because of some of the plays that she did do.
Did you not go up Red Tower first for Alpha Power Bombs?
I did.
Okay, you did.
The thing that gave her a lead mostly was she skipped out on like the Retro Brin E-Tank and like missile location.
Oh, interesting.
And just immediately went back up.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of held on to that lead until like Bubble Mountain. Or around there.
That doesn't surprise me. But yeah, like that was kind of my plan, was just to, like, I know I have to make up time somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Zeb and a lot of people have a lot better execution than I do. And I did this like before when we first started doing Chozo in the tournaments or the league or whatever. Like, I just believe in the Chozo. Let the Chozo show me where to go and ignore everything else. But sometimes there's good stuff over there. I don't know what was over there today, but
Yeah, I was a little worried before the race about getting into like a. I've done a lot of practice seeds where I've had like really awkward situations where like I'm going to Ridley, like in Lower Norfair, and like I could spend all this time farming, or like even looking for a little bit more ammo to like try to fight a potential Ridley. And I was worried that I would like spend a bunch of time doing that, and then you would just go in, and it would be like raid or something, and just make up all that time on me.
yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, it sucked because I was like, a 3 out of 4 chance it's not Ridley, but if it is, I lose a ton of time versus like a little bit. Like, it's hard to make that decision.
Yeah.
I've had a couple like practice seeds where I just where you're just like, okay, well, there's a really good chance this isn't Ridley, and it's like 20 minutes in, and then it is Ridley, and then I just can't do the seed. I'm just like, well, guess I made the wrong decision here. Time to do a new seed.
And my practice seeds have also been giving me a bunch of supers, which is really rare, I found, for Chozo seeds. I found that with Chozo, normally you like are kind of forced into getting charged. So I kind of like was like, well, I've been getting a lot of supers in my latest seeds, but I don't think that that's like, I guess, indicative of what I should do in the race. I should probably still just like search out charge, and it wasn't like an interesting decision this time because we got charge at 230. So it's like, well, it's like right there, but actually that was a pretty stacked criteria then with charge and speed.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that you would have forgotten about 230. It didn't work. But yeah, like, good luck in the 3-0, Zeb.
Yeah, and good luck to you in the 2-1. Rooting for you to make the playoffs still. And still probably take one more loss. I think most of the 5-2s will make it. I think like 3, maybe 4 won't. So there's a chance that we don't even have a single 7-0 in this. I think they'll come down to the last week. I think there will be one 6-0 matched up against a 5-1, and if they win, then there'll be a 7-0. But otherwise, I think the vast majority of people who make the playoffs will be 5-2.
Yeah, there's just an insane amount of really good runners in this right now. So all the brackets are still pretty scary.
Yeah.
It's okay. You just got to keep winning. You took out Kip last week.
Yeah, let's talk about how difficult your run has been so far, PBB. You got matched up against McTimothy round 1, has a 46 any percent time, and then you get matched up against Kip.
Yeah, not only McTimothy, but literally the worst seed ever in existence. So it was like there are a lot of like strictly vanilla players who are kind of newer to the randomizer, and I think it really kind of takes their execution down quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree.
So I didn't like feel like, oh, I don't stand a chance against McTimothy kind of thing, but it's still like could go either way. But God, that seed was terrible. And then I was like, I'm not ready to race Kip because I felt like in League last year that like the reason why I was able to win was because I didn't think there was any chance I was going to win. So I wasn't nervous. So I was just like, well, I'm going to do whatever I want, and who cares? Because nobody expects me to win. And so then I come into this, and I'm like, well, I did win that one time, so maybe I can. So now I'm freaking out. But yeah, I don't know. There's just too many good players. I'm excited to see who I get next.
Hopefully someone a little bit less scary this week. But yeah, I think that you're right talking about like vanilla players' movement not being quite as good in rando. I think the rando movement is like very different, I guess, just in like because you have to be thinking so much while you're playing. Like you really need to like adjust to what you need. So not only do you need to do slightly different strats for each room than like you would in a normal run, but you also need to be thinking about like, well, do I need this item? And then think about like what strat you need to do in order to like check that item or to skip it or like whatever. I think that takes a lot of practice, but
yeah, exactly. It's not really something that you can like strictly grind, because every room you would have to grind it with a different item set, and how many combinations of items there could be. It's just,
and how many items do you want to check in that room? Like,
yeah,
where do you want to go? Like,
yeah. But you know, those players, they're only going to get better and better as the years go by. So they'll be right here with us.
yeah. Thanks, Simo and Guy Average for the comms. And I didn't see who was doing the tracking. Let me check. Looks
We
like
got D-Web doing our
D-Web,
tracking.
yeah. Thanks to D-Web for the tracking as well.
Shout outs to them, yeah. Give everybody a follow. So Mr. Guy Average, he streams a lot of any percent. If you guys want to check that out. I'm not
he
sure.
streams it with the best route.
Yeah, with the old route.
Yeah.
It's got a crazy time there.
Yeah, but when he says that he's gonna race with you, he abandons you and races without you. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, in my defense, I was unaware. But yeah,
It's
GG to PBB. Congrats, Zeb, on the win. And yeah, thanks, Cosima, for co-commenting with me, and thanks, D-Web, for the tracking.
Thanks, y'all.